He's right. Do we have a volunteer light a candle? One, two more candles. One more candle. Let's do this one first and then yes. Let's see.
Before we start our meditation, let us do our regular chanting. Please turn to page number 5 of your chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sambuddhassa.
The three refuges,
Buddha, Sare, Darshan, Vidam, Sarena, Darshan, Sangam, Sarena, Darshan, Dutiyam, Vidam, Sarena, Darshan, Dutiyam, Dhamma, Sarena, Gacchami, Dutiyam, Sangham, Sarena, Gacchami, Tatiyam, Buddham, Sarena, Gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
next page, 5 precepts.
Eva Tak Ve Ni Sika Samu Dia Mi Anin Da Verni Sika Tati Sam Lia Ka Yesu Minja Cha Verni Sika Tati Sam Lia Sam Verni Sika Sam Lia Sur Ere Panta Verni Sika Lia
Opposite page, affirmative vows based on 5 precepts. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation of species, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I want to respect my commitments and those and return to engage without love and long-term. Being aware that words can create suffering, I want to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I want to develop mindfulness and heat. Next page. Homage to the Buddha. Iti piso sam Homage to the Dhamma. Swa Homage to the Sangha.
Sita Lokasati.
Sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offerings. Offering of light.
Gansa Dinte Dipe Tam Dam Dil Dil Kati Pam Sam Dam Puja Tam Dam
Offering of incense.
Gan Sam Du Sudina Puja Puja Tam Puja Puja
Offering of flowers.
Peta Eta Santatim Puja Si Puja Nibunda Gosume Unini Lava Nimukam Pumpan Ilaya Tiata Ida Kayu Divina Seva
Offering of water.
Adi Setunu Ate Patiya Parikam Petam Anukam Gopata Patigam Hatu Uttar
Offering of drinks.
Adiva Setunu Ate Pada Jai Anukam Gopata Patigam Hatu Uttar
Worship of shrines.
Gomanda Vichetiya Sambam Sambadani Supatititang Sabe Kedatu Bukti Bundu Saketang Sada Santu
Next page. Wish of well-being. Inche
Vipulan Haran Hatang
Reflections on the teaching of the Buddha in English. Mind is the point of experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with the mind, suffering follows like wind that follows the foot of hills. Mind is the form of all experience. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like mind. Generosity, kind words, benevolent action towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy functions in the world like the linchpin in moving one by one, little by little, moment by moment. By striving to remove their impurities as they remove the gross process. For one who mindfully develops fondness, loving kindness, when the divine star weaken and free from all conditions inside, when one is in wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Oh, satisfaction. When one is in wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not good. When one is in wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent. Excellent.
Welcome everyone for our meditation session. So let us together make an effort to cultivate wholesome qualities in our mind and also to cultivate mindfulness. So this is a good opportunity for all of us to make that joint effort. In our life, we don't get much opportunities to look into our own mind and take care of it. We have so many other things to take care of, so many other people to take care of. But the basis of all this taking care of caring is our mind. So right now we have got an opportunity to take care of our own mind and observe our mind and be familiar with our mind and then gradually guide our mind to experience the most wholesome states that it is capable of, and also to develop the skill of awareness and mindfulness. So take a moment to rejoice this moment, that this moment is precious, that we are taking care of our mind, that will help us to take care of all others. With that rejoice, remind yourself that whatever practice that you are doing now is going to benefit not only you, but many others. whatever skills, whatever qualities that we grow right here will help so many beings in this world. So just treasure this moment. You are going to benefit so many other people and beings with this practice. With that encouragement, make a determination that I will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. I will make use of this guidance, this nice space, and this spiritual gathering, and I will engage in a committed practice. With that determination, let us listen to the sound of the bell and the chant and try to be with our body. Try to feel your body wherever it is touching now. Feel whatever touch sensation, whatever warmth you can feel with your clothes in your body. Throughout the bell and the chant, stay in your body. Da. Na. Da. Na. Da. Let us relax our body in this peaceful, calm moment. We can allow this body to further relax. We can release whatever tightness, whatever tension that we may carry in our body. We are in a very safe place, in a very friendly environment. So we can let go of all the concerns and allow our belly to relax and drop, and allow our shoulders to drop to the sides, and then let the whole body, all the muscles in the body to be loosened up. If you wish, you can use your breath to bring more relaxation to this whole body. You can lengthen your breath gently, taking a very slow, long breath in slowly, filling your lungs gently and releasing that air slowly and gently, allowing your chest and belly to drop and relax. Take such long, few deep in breaths, and when you are breathing out, allow your shoulders and any other parts of your body to relax. If you feel any tightness in any parts of the body, when you are breathing out, pay attention to that area and allow that area to open up and be relaxed. With this relaxed body, let us now bring our whole attention to our mind. This is the time to take care of our mind, to cultivate wholesomeness in the mind, to train the mind. So let us bring our whole attention to the mind itself and closely watch. What are the thoughts or memories that are occurring in our mind right now? Simply watch without stopping any thought or without developing any thought further. We simply notice whatever the thoughts that are occurring in the mind. Keep watching. Various thoughts keep coming up, popping up. We simply notice them without attaching to any of them. These are random thoughts occurring one after the other. But right now we will generate, instead of these random thoughts, we will now purposely cultivate a wholesome mind, generate wholesome thoughts. This is a good time for us to navigate or guide our mind to one of the most wholesome states. Let us now gently bring a deep capacity of our mind, loving kindness. Loving kindness is a seed, a capacity that we all have in our mind. Loving kindness is the willingness for everyone to be well. Loving kindness is the genuine wish of well-being towards all beings. Loving kindness is the goodwill, friendliness towards all beings. Let us now bring that wholesomeness to the surface of our mind. In order to generate this loving kindness, let us visualize a little baby. How do you feel when you hold a little baby? Or when you see a smiling face of a little baby? Or how do you feel when you are petting a puppy or kitten or any other little creature? Let us open our heart just like that. Readiness to care, willing the well-being of the baby, unconditional love. Let us generate such loving kindness in our mind right now. We will cultivate this loving kindness we can make this spark of loving kindness bigger and bigger. We will cultivate this loving kindness by making more and more wishes of well-being to everyone. We keep repeating the good wishes to all beings, including ourselves. Let us start with ourselves. Let us look at ourselves as one of the living beings. Feel your presence here. Feel your body and your existence here. And look at yourself as one of the living beings. Let us genuinely direct this loving kindness to this person sitting here, wholeheartedly, wishing well-being to this person. Please repeat these good wishes in your mind. May this person sitting here be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us be generous to ourselves. Let us be kind to ourselves and wholeheartedly wish all the well-being to yourself. Be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us radiate this loving kindness to our body. Let us take a moment to direct this loving kindness to all the organs and all the systems of this body. Various organs in this body are working day and night, enabling our life to go on with deep appreciation of all these organs and systems. We will direct this loving kindness to all these organs and the systems of the body. Feel your lungs when you are breathing in. Feel that cooling sensations in your lungs. Let us focus on that area and genuinely wish well-being. And repeat these wishes in your mind. May these lungs and whole respiratory system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digestive system, all the organs in this whole digestive system be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys, both kidneys and whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the central nervous system, the spinal cord, the brain stem, the middle brain, the frontal lobe, may this whole nervous system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this whole body, all the muscles, all the veins and ligaments, and all the bones throughout this body, and all these joints be well, be healthy, be healed. Let us now radiate this loving kindness beyond ourselves to all others. We will take a moment to wholeheartedly wish well-being to all other people. May all people who are sitting in this room right now, we will take a moment to genuinely wish for one another. May all these people who are meditating now in this room be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us radiate this loving kindness beyond this room to all people living in this whole surrounding area. May all people living in this whole neighborhood, in this whole city, no matter who they are, may all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us radiate this loving kindness beyond this immediate place to all faraway places. Let us take a moment to direct our loving kindness to each direction, taking our time to think about people and beings living in each direction, wishing well-being to all of them. May all people living in the direction of our front, may all people living in faraway cities, faraway states, and faraway countries in this direction of our front, be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us direct our loving kindness to the direction of our right. May all people, all beings living in faraway cities, faraway countries, in the direction of our right. Be well. Be safe. Be healthy. Be peaceful. Let us now direct this loving kindness to our back. May all people, all beings living in the faraway cities, faraway states, and faraway countries in the direction of our back, be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. May all people, all beings living in the direction of our left, everyone living in faraway cities, faraway states, and faraway countries in this direction, be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us radiate this loving kindness to all living beings, all animals, and any other life forms there may be, from large ones to tiny ones. Whatever life forms, whoever breathing beings there may be, let us radiate this wish to all those beings. Each and every living organism, without exception, be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Rejoice this loving kindness, the loving kindness that embraces all beings. This loving kindness has no limits, no barriers. It travels far and wide and embraces all living beings. Rejoice this limitless love, unbounded loving kindness. With these unbounded loving kindness, we will now gently rest our mind on our breath. We will gently move to enhance and deepen the peace, the calmness in our mind. Let us deepen the calmness of the mind by simply resting on our breath. In this peaceful, calm, and loving moment, you can feel the breath, the air moving through your nose. You can feel the sensation, the touching sensation of the air inside of your nose. And sometimes even how it passes behind your throat and how this air is filling our lungs. We can feel the emptying of the lung and the movement of the air through the inner walls of the nose, and sometimes even touching our upper lips. So pay close attention to this movement of the air and rest your mind on this sensation of the breathing. Remember that this breath is happening right now and is truly happening. It is real. Whatever thoughts or memories that may appear in our mind are not necessarily real. They are not happening right now. So whenever a thought arises, a memory surfaces, acknowledge them, notice them, and remind yourself that they are not happening now, and keep coming back to the breath again and again. For next few minutes, let us be with our breath. Dukkha patace nidukkha bhayapattace nibbaya sukampattace nisukha hontu sabbepi panino. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation. Gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Let us take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have peaceful meditation. Let us feel grateful to all great teachers, the enlightened masters in the past, who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Feel grateful to whoever helped and supported your meditation tonight, whoever cleaned and arranged this place for us to meditate. Let us also feel grateful even to these non-living things which helped our meditation, including the chair, the cushion, the bell, and this device that help you to connect to this meditation from home. With deep gratitude, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. It's so nice to hear the sound of the rain and make your heart warm with loving kindness.
With being in here and being dry, hearing that out there is a comfort.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, wishing everyone safe, right? Yeah. Any difficulties or challenges you experience in meditation?
You are focused sometimes.
Hmm?
Sometimes.
Focus on
Just this
On the-
tiny little sounds.
you mean the breath or my voice? Or
No. Just like the, for me, like tiny little sounds. I can
here.
just like a creak of wood or something. I'll just.
So I mean, you mean the paying hard to pay attention, focus on the breath?
Yeah,
Oh.
it can be a little bit. Your movement, like someone brushing their clothes. Like, yeah. It's hard to.
Distract the mind.
Yeah.
Hearing some of this.
Yeah. I was just trying to understand where he's focusing his mind on. So you try to pay attention to the sensation of the breath, and then those things happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes for me.
Yeah. I mean, you ask from anyone. So, okay. So, any help for him? What we can.
He's not alone. It's okay. Just come back to where you want to be. The more you do it, the easier it will become, but it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
Yes, nice. I always give the analogy of driving. When you drive, so you pay attention to the front of you, in front of you,
Right.
but at the same time you will see so many things in the side of the road, like maybe billboards, other vehicles, whatever, and you notice them, but they are more like a periphery, right? Sometimes we turn our head, but we quickly have to bring our vision to the front of us. So all these sounds, all these even sensations, and these things will happen, but we can keep our attention on the breath and treat everything in the periphery. I acknowledge them, but don't try to go and interpret and why this is happening, who's making this sound. We don't ask this question, and simply notice them. Can keep coming back to the breath, just like we always keep pay our attention to the front of the road all the time, no matter whatever things pass by.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for the question. Yeah. Okay, so we will do our discussion and study. So we have to distribute the papers. Translation. Waiting. Waiting.
Page number.
What's number? Okay, so today we are going to study verse number 76. Did you find it? Verse number 76. So, yeah, Bante. So can you help us to understand? Maybe you can chant and then you can ask someone read the meaning and they can explain.
Let me chant in how it comes in Pali. Nidhi nang pavattarang yang patse vajja dat sinang Niggai vading midhaving tadisang panditang bhaji tadisang bhaje manase Siyo hoti ne papiyo.
Can someone read the translation below?
Should one find a person who points out faults and who reproves, one should follow such a wise and sagest person as one who would follow a guide to some hidden treasure. One who follows such a wise person will be an advantage, not a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Can you help us to
Yeah.
understand?
So this comes in the same text we call Dhammapada. Dhammapada, so it is the
Handbook of Buddhists, right, Bhante?
Yeah.
So it contains a very short, brief one. 26 chapters containing with 423 verses, Bhante. This comes in the chapter called Wise. The first verse,
First
the
verse.
first verse of that chapter. So you listen to the meaning, the translation of the Pali verse which I chanted. It is the Pali word, Bhante. It start with the nidhi now. Nidhi, it means treasure, Bhante, right?
Treasure, yeah. Treasure,
Treasure.
something, yeah. The hidden treasure.
Hidden treasure, yeah. It's somewhat familiar for us in our country, right, Bhante? I don't know whether we can find treasures here.
Some hidden treasure, the things that are hidden underneath the ground or somewhere.
Sometime in the West or Midwest, yeah, there have been,
Hidden treasures.
yeah, sometimes by bandits, right?
Bandits.
But yes.
Outlaw, yeah.
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 Yeah. So actually, that here, Bhante, so nidhi means something like purposely the mankind put some kind of the property, something like gems, gold, and
all the precious things.
Precious things.
Sometimes you hide things to protect from a robbery, sometimes even from kings. Yeah. But then you die and nobody knows where it is.
Most of the time.
It has no value if it's not found.
Huh?
It has no value if it's not found.
Yeah, but later people find out. Sometimes they keep records, and they leave a note.
Yeah.
They leave a record for their younger generations.
Right.
So they have hidden them inside some big rocks, boulders, what you call, and maybe something like in underwater or something like that. Nobody can easily reach. So as Bhante mentioned that maybe sometimes somebody can find it, but not sometimes, but not something like scanning or something like that. But as the people who have hidden them, they have left some notes, maybe the guidelines.
Sometimes science.
Science, yeah, science. But you know that they have related to these treasures. They have I heard in Sri Lanka, so it's called guidelines to find a treasure. It's called Nidan Vadula, written in palm leaves. So if one can find that kind of thing, it's such a thing that he can find so many treasures. So full of gems and gold and so on. What a chance! What a lucky person that person is. So
you can retire early.
So in this verse, it just begin with this simile, right, Bhante?
Yeah, it's a simile.
So if one points out one's shortcomings or any kind of faults, the person who points out those things the same like a person point out a treasure to find out.
That's not what we feel, Bhante.
Yes.
If someone point out our mistakes and our faults, we are hurt.
We don't like. We don't like to listen who you are to say like that and so and so. So here it says, Bhante, right? Pavattara means direct, right? He says, he reveals. Yeah.
Things that hurt, things that keep us from moving forward, are faults. So it's good to have somebody point out.
Yeah, that's what, Yeah. The problem is we are not ready to listen. We are not ready to accept. That's the training we have to get.
Yeah. That is, yeah. So not only the meaning, just the surface meaning here, but so there's hidden meaning inside this verse. That is just like to introspection, look your own mind, where I am okay to listen and get corrected any kind of mistakes I have, because all the time, Bhante, we are here with self-centered. Yeah, I think I am right.
No, I am.
Yes, that is the base. So that is actually because Bhante, that is because of the strongest what we call that defilement most of all the human beings have, that is called maybe
Conceit or ego. Yeah.
ego.
So ego is a big obstacle for our growth, for our progress. Right?
Yeah.
So this verse is kind of changing our normal way of thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody can develop one's ego or conceit because of many factors, right? Bhante? Maybe something like
Even some one's education can be a
Education.
cause for one's
Yeah.
pride or
Yeah.
ego.
wealth and age and so many things, the power. So that is we have to think about ourselves. So in this according to this gatha, this verse, how we consider such a person if one comes us is and points out some kind of mistakes or shortcomings which we have done, so we should consider him as a wise, right, Bhante? We should associate him or her. Then what happened? Associating with that kind person or that wise person always better. Something good happens, right, Bhante?
Yeah, it will
Not worse.
advantage.
Yeah, advantage, some benefits. So the problem is whether we are ready to listen and accept. The problem, Bhante, here, how we distinguish the person who is Pandit or what we call the wise or not.
Wise or not, yeah. So yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Bhante, here this verse saying that a wise person, right?
Yeah.
If a wise person point out your mistakes,
Hmm.
you should consider him as pointing out a hidden treasure.
Yes.
Because we can have people who are always complaining, always only see negative things, and always like nagging, negative. So maybe we have to distinguish, such a person with so many, like only focus on the negative things, from a person who is really wise and and really pointing out our mistakes out of real concern. Could be our parents, could be our teachers, could be a good friend. Yeah.
It is in the particular field when they write something like that. Maybe all the humankind are not perfect or not ideal in particular field. They may
Yeah.
be expert and ideal for us, but
Yeah,
like
exactly.
parents, right?
Yeah.
Maybe parents may have some kind of mistakes and so on in different roles while they are having,
Yeah.
right, Bhante?
No, everyone is not good in everything, right? So
Everything.
some people may be good in some fields,
Yeah.
and then we should be ready to listen to those people. right?
Yes. Yeah, actually, I can remember David, my beloved friend, who's in front of me. So you gave me an advice the day before, which I have my defense. I don't know whether you can remember
Oh,
it.
I do.
Yeah. So
A defense of your doctor,
yeah. So it was in my mind still, and you made me strong to face it. In that manner, Bhante. So just I remember the story, Bhante. That is about you mentioned about most of the time we are ready to criticize and point
Point out
others some
others'
mistakes very
mistake.
easily. It's very funny. So there was a boy Bhante in a small shop. His father was maybe doing a shop. He was living there. So, but he was clever and talented in paintings. So one day he felt, I want to display one of my paintings in front of the shop. So he displayed one of his paintings, and he was silent to waiting the responses from who are coming to the shop. Nobody was talking about that, but he was waiting some appreciations
From the customers, right?
yeah. So then he put a note under the painting. If there is any mistakes, please mark. So, and he put a pencil or pen near the painting. So following day, he saw many circles and cross and so on the full of the painting. So many things
Mistake.
people have marked. So this is not good color. This and that so and so. Then he changed the picture. He put another one. He fixed another painting and put a note. If there's mistake, recorrect them.
Correct them.
Yeah.
Not simply point out,
Yeah,
but
not
correct
only
them.
point out, correct them. Still, that painting is there. Nobody has touched it.
Nobody can. They are clever to point out, but
Yeah.
nobody is able to correct it.
Correct them. So that is one thing. One thing we have to, if somebody wants to get some advice or if somebody pointing out, we should look ourselves with, and that is the first thing, and then who the person is okay to accept, right, Bante? I mean, whether he's wise or not.
No, yeah. I think one thing happened, in our modern society, Bante, and we like friends who always please us. So we always like people who always appreciate us. When we were looking for friends, we always want someone who always, appreciate us, which is good. So they give you positive energy, give you positive outlook, everything. But sometimes we need people who actually not only always, please us, but always, praise us, but someone kindly point out our mistakes and faults. Otherwise, there will be no growth in our lives, right? So these days, a lot of our friends and are not. We are meeting we are not meeting them in person. We have all the online platforms friends. So we unfriend people who criticize us, and we keep the friends who always praise us. And so so because of that tendency, we only keep the friends who will appreciate or approve our viewpoints, and there's no chance for us to really reflect our own viewpoints, and we simply go into that direction. And there'll be no treasure in us. So there'll be no growth.
Yeah, the word here, Niggayavadi. That is the important word here, Niggayavadi. One who reprove.
Like reprove, sometimes reprove, particularly maybe teachers, right?
Yeah.
Teachers and
sometimes
reprove,
parents, friends even. So that is something difficult.
Yeah, actually, Bante, sometimes we cannot see our own mistakes. Where the others can see it. Of course, if you have strong mindfulness and strong sense of self-reflection, and you can see it. But most of the time, others can easily see our mistakes. So if you are willing to listen to not everyone, but at least kind and wise person, is such a great thing.
For example, after we write something, we cannot see the mistakes. What are the mistakes on the paper? But if one gets some,
Exactly.
Person
We blind our own mistakes. Yes. Yeah. If we let someone else read that, they will find so many mistakes. But I remember when I was in Sri Lanka, I went to record a talk, in radio station. And so those days, Bante, I used to speak very fast. Sometimes still I have that, weakness, that mistake. Sometimes I, get agitated. I mean, I speak very fast, and then others cannot understand. So I had to purposely train my mind to speak slowly. So those days I didn't have any such training. So I was giving a sermon. Actually, they were recording my sermon, my talk. And the middle of the recording, the person who's recording it came to the recording room and stopped my talk and said that, Bante, you speak so fast. This is not the way to do. I'm stopping my recording. And it was so I was shocked to have that moment, and then also get that kind of response from this person. But it was a really pointing out a treasure for me, Bante, because that shock that I got, and also that reproof, maybe that because he stopped the recording. He said, I can't do it. You have to go. But it's a good pointing out a very important a weakness in me, a mistake in me, a fault in me. That from that day onwards, I purposely try to slow down my speed of my talk. And so it was a good pointing of the treasure. If that person didn't do it, I will
Yeah.
not I will not get that lesson that clearly on my mind. So I should have to be grateful to that person, right? Not blame him. Yeah.
I was seeing lesson at work
So
years ago.
yeah.
A colleague was, I made a small mistake and she's like, you gotta slow down when it comes to looking at data. Okay, and every time I work and I'm kind of getting hyped up, I'll think of that person. I said, okay.
Like pointed out a treasure to you, right? Yeah. Exactly.
Very helpful.
So prior to Monte Mehta's thesis defense.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'd like to know what that was.
No, actually, I didn't make him strong. I reminded him of his own strength.
Okay. Not the weakness.
No, no.
Because I
I
was
just
nervous.
Yeah.
Reminded you how strong you were
Mhm.
with the knowledge of it,
Mhm.
what you had accrued and achieved. Yeah.
Yeah, this is especially related to Bhante, our spiritual path. Like this, I mean, this verse, the Gatha here.
Yeah.
Maybe the person, I mean, in the perspective of spirituality, maybe sometime you may find one of your children, right, Bhante? Maybe a
Yeah.
person that you never think.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Bhante, our good advices, good pointing out faults can come from all different kinds of people, sometimes even from your children. Yeah.
Children tend to tell the truth. They have no problem telling the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you mentioned a crucial aspect of it was to, the wisdom of the person that was making the feedback, right?
Yeah.
So maybe, do you think that right speech might help?
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
person has right speech.
That's a good point. Yeah, actually, I mean, so when we meet people, of course, we have to accept or listen to the wise person. Could be someone who has some maturity, maybe some expert in certain field, but unfortunately not everyone is good at communicating that wisdom. So some are good in that field, but also very good in telling the other person how wrong it is, and then we are willing to accept it. But unfortunately, we cannot expect such maturity from everyone. But they may be good in certain field, but they may not be good in communication. That is why we have this attitude. Although it is kind of hurting, it's although not comfortable. But if that advice, if the criticism is showing us something that I can correct, and then we should be able to accept it. But if that person has skill of right speech, we will not have any issue of accepting it, because he will know how to present it. But not everyone has that, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to ask one thing. How do we deal with somebody that is thinking is wise, but is criticizing you as you should be?
We get so many people like that.
Why-
Yeah, maybe the other person is criticizing. Maybe if that person is really want to criticize, maybe show off. So you don't have to accept 100% of what that person is criticizing. Yeah, but maybe there'll be 5-10% of the things that are really really important. So that person is criticizing you. Okay, so most of things are simply simply criticizing, but there should be some percentage of that are valid, so we can pay attention to that. We don't have to submit to that criticism, but you can use that to reflect yourself, and then make your own changes in the behavior. But of course, you have to consider whether that person is really kind, really wise, really has a deep concern for you or not. Mhm.
Everybody is pointing to the dark, but nobody light a candle.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes you have to show. Yeah.
That reminded me of something, I can't remember exactly what it said, but Sariputta, when he said that he'd take the advice of a young monk,
Yeah,
even the same as a.
exactly. Yeah. So actually, yeah, I mean, this Venerable Sariputta is one of the chief disciples of the Buddha, and he was, you know, like, so well versed in the Dhamma, but he was still willing to accept, you know, the pointing out of faults even from a very younger monk. Yeah. And this verse is also related to, you know, Venerable Sariputta.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this particular verse given by the Buddha, according to the commentaries, upon a particular incident, there was one old person called Radha, right, Bhante? And he was helping in the monastery. He was quite old. He, you know, he lost, you know, many of his family members. Then he came to temple. He was helping the temple, very old, and taking care of, you know, things, and he get, you know, food and everything. He simply, you know, used to live in the temple as an old person. After a while, he is seeing the behavior of other monks and the peace, and he also thought that I also want to become a monk, but he's quite old. And then, in order for you to become a monk, you have to have a master. You have to have someone who will recruit you as a student and willing to train you. And when this old person expresses his willingness to become a monk, and not other monks who are willing to take him as a student, you know, because he's too old, you know, they were not sure whether he will listen, whether he will, you know, go through all this training. So nobody was willing to take him as a student. And one day, Buddha met that person, and, you know, when he asked about, you know, how he's doing, you know, his you know, well-being, he said that, you know, everything is okay for me, but I'm also interested in becoming a monk, but nobody's willing to take me as a student. And Buddha, you know, summoned all the monks in that monastery and asked, did any one of you remember the help you received from this old person? And the Venerable Sariputta, you know, one of the chief disciples, Buddha said, yes, I remember once, you know, he offered me meal. And Buddha said that in that case, don't you think that you can, you know, be grateful and, you know, take him as your student? And Venerable Sariputta, you know, took, you know, the burden and then, you know, ordained him as one of his students. And all the other monks thought that, oh, he got a real trouble. This whole person is not going to, you know, be trained. He's not going to get up early. He's not going to memorize. He's not going to follow all this, you know, monastic behavior. He's too old to train, you know, train the behavior. But to everyone's surprise, this, you know, old person was like really, you know, taking all the criticism by other monks and also the advice from this, you know, Venerable Sariputta very seriously. And others were like, you know, criticizing him, or this is not correct. This is not how you hold the ball. This is not how you work. You know, they were always, you know, criticizing him. But for him, he took all these things as like important, you know, feedback, as treasure. So to everyone's surprise, he turned to be a real, you know, good monk and follow the advice, and then, you know, follow the, you know, instruction for meditation. And so everybody was surprised how he actually received all this advice and accept them and develop himself to be a good monk. And then there was a discussion about that, right? After that, and on that occasion, Buddha uttered this poem. This was, and so yes.
What if you want to be a nun? Do you have to find a monk to teach you, or find a nun to teach you?
A nun to teach you. A monk can play a secondary role, but a nun has to be the main preceptor, and then a monk can play a secondary role. Yeah, we will find a nun for you. If you're interested. Okay. There's Bhante noise. Humility, yes. Yeah. Sometimes there can be troublemakers in your life, you know, always, you know, but, you know, you can treat them as teachers, you know. Don't have to be with them all the time. Don't have like go after them, but oh, okay, he's my teacher. He's testing me, you know, like pointing out to me. Yeah. So sometimes it's good, right? When they have to treat them like that, you know. Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes I don't know what to do. Thank them.
Yes. Okay, so thank you for your participation and discussion. So now let us move to the other part of the program. So never feel sad or upset about receiving criticism. Okay, treat everything as as a pointing of the treasure. But some criticism may have no basis, so don't worry about that. There's a famous statement by Achan Chah, famous meditation master. If someone blame you as a dog, turn around and see whether you have a tail. If there's no tail, don't worry. If there's one, then try to do something about it. Okay, so let's turn to the page number 14. It's time now to share this goodness we generated right here with everyone else. Let us share this good merits by coming to this practice and doing this practice together. We generated so much goodness, so much good merits, good karma in our mind. We can share this positive energy with everyone else. First of all, let us think about our departed ancestors, our relatives, our family members who loved us so much, who cared for us so much, who are no more with us today. Let us think about them and share these merits with them. May all of our departed relatives share these merits. May they be well, happy, and peaceful wherever they may be. Idang minyatinang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Idang minyatinang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Idang minyatinang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Let us also share these merits with all other living beings. If there's anyone in this world who would like to share this good merit, may he or she do so. May all living beings share these merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ettavata ca amhi samvetam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana, purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be healed. We will now do the blessing service. We are going to chant the Loving Kindness Sutra given by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. We are going to chant the same sutra for you, wishing you all good health, strength, and courage to overcome difficulties in your life, and peace and happiness to your life. You may also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with, your family members, people who are ill. You can think about them and share these merits with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Sambuddhassa Karoniya Mata Kusale Tang Sang Tang Padam Pisavinke Sakanko Jo Chesu Jo Chesu Jo Chas Mudu Timani Sang Chesu Che Amdakin Jo Chesal Kunti Sang Jenny Pukuche Kule Nano Kindo Nache Gundang Sama Changi Kinchi Pare Kino Kemino Tu Sabbe Santa Bhavantu Sukhitanta Kechipa Bhutanti Tasam Anavasesa Diga Dema Majjima Saka Katu Titta Titta Yechagure Vasanti Avidure Bhutam Sambhave Siva Sabbe Santa Bhavantu Sukhitanta Nikumbet Nati Mangit Kanta Chinang Kanche Vyasana Bhatika Sanya Nam Satunga Vitjaya Matayata Kuntang Ayusa Eka Punta Ke Evam Pesam Bhukte Sum Sambhave Aparimam Tang Jasam Sming Man Sambhave Aparimam Tang Chatiriam Kasambhatam Ayer Sakantang Tintang Chang Nisinu Sayang Yavatam Sabigatamind Etang Sating Tinte Brahmitang Vihar Idamang Tinting Cha Anpalam Sila Dasanin Sampan Kami Suviniya Gedang Nijang Sugamba Seyang Punageti Tena Sancha Adji Sotanti Te Hotu Sambadari Tena Sancha Adji Sambadari Vinasatu Tena Sancha Adji Hotu Te Jaya Sambitiyo Jantu Sambadu Vinasatu Te Bhavantum Ayu Sukhi Digayuko Bhavantu Sambamanda Rakantu Sambadevata Sambundanu Bhavena Sada Sunti Bhavantu Te Bhavantu Sambmangalang Rakantu Sambadevata Sambadanu Bhavena Sada Sunti Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sambamanga Kantu sabba devata sabba sangha bhavena sada sonti Let us spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to your mind whatever good, kind deed that you were able to do during your past few days. Think about you yesterday, or maybe past few days, and recall to your mind whatever kind deed or kind help you did to someone. Even by listening to someone, or even a simple act of kindness, let us rejoice these opportunities to be kind. On this day, or in the past, if I had done kind deeds to other beings with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, and glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and the merits that come from them help me in free my heart. Let us now recall to our mind whatever kindness we receive from others. Think about your past few days and recall to your mind a help or kindness you received from someone. Someone was kind to you, or you saw or heard about the kind deed of another person. Let us rejoice the goodness of others. On this day, or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yes. Thank you, Adrian, for your nice comment. I think she said that sometimes the very wise teacher that brings us those, deeply hidden treasures is the life's circumstances. which that then illuminate our own innate and wisdom that has been sleeping. I mean, she's saying that sometimes life circumstances, maybe can be like a teachers who bring out our hidden treasures. Yeah, thank you, Adrian, for that, wonderful idea. And so it's so nice to have you all. And September 15th, 16th, and 17th is our annual meditation retreat. So we have invited a very senior, well-experienced meditation master to come here and help us to advance our practice. So if you'd like to, have a day practice or a few days practice, so that's the time to come. So on September 15th, Friday, we start at the evening session, introductory session, and then Saturday whole day, and Sunday also whole day. So we will send you emails on that. So please plan to attend that retreat. Okay, thank you, everyone. Please come.